Citizens of the world, it's time to build an empire in the hell, city builder of the dead. And today we were sponsored by Metropolis to showcase the variety of the missions in this game. And this, I promise you, is a city builder like no other city building game. So this is a showcase, but I do have full gameplay videos as well if you enjoy that. Now, if any of this seems interesting to you, be sure to click the link down below to check out the game on Steam, and you can buy it and try it yourself. Really, watch through this and see how these missions are so different from each other. When we look at Namazu the Earthshaker, the first mission here, it's an event that happened in Kanto, Japan. And you can see that there was the Great Kanto earthquake. There's going to be that many souls entering our mission as we try and process what happened in this disaster. Okay, so here we are at the beginning of this level, and you can see this rain is not actually rain. Just one of the cool things I found about this game is that, see, each of these beams of light is actually depositing a soul, and all of these souls are going over to this building, the Weight Stone. And you can see up here, this is the number of souls that are waiting here to be processed. As our capacity for processing increases, you can see some are moving over to Purgatoria, our main structure, which then processes the souls into sinners, which are workers and also a resource. Now, on the side over here, we can see Namazu, the Great Titan, and we're going to have to deal with this thing a bit later on. The structure of these missions, you can see that it actually says here, Chapter 1, Once Upon a Time. As time passes, narrative events continue and things happen. Oh, the first event is happening now that we've gotten a basic city set up. So things like this happen through the missions, and depending on which mission, there's different environments, there's different titans, and different things will be happening. So this particular one, it's a giant catfish monster that's causing an earthquake, which means we're gonna be dealing with earthquakes through this mission. So every mission is gonna be very different from one another. The objectives, the stories. You can see we're now in Chapter 2, the Sleeping Giant, and you can see there's a timeline up here that's running. And you can see events coming up as things are about to happen. So you have a bit of a warning when things happen, but right now, nothing too bad is gonna be going on at the moment. But soon, we just need so much of everything. Oh, we really need to start accumulating more resources. And now with the shallows coming around, so these enemies are classified as sadists. They're basically, yeah, things down here that have turned into monsters that then just mess with stuff. So, not great. But we're gonna try keep on top of everything. We've been dealing with the earthquakes, and you could see we're just rebuilding those roads. Not too big of a problem, but I feel like it's getting worse about here. Yeah, this mission just gets harder and harder over time. Is that a flood? Is something gonna flood? This might be a problem. It's flooding up. I mean, it is a catfish. I assume it wants the water. Okay. Yep, the earthquakes are getting worse. Gotta repair these roads. Anything else busted up? Yep, a couple bits of road here and there. Okay. So in terms of housing, we are getting embers. And it's asking for 25 level 1 houses. Oh, we can't build out that way. We just got to start getting the houses down then. This is a lot of houses, which I guess we kind of needed earlier. So, because we kept running out of people, so we really needed the houses for that. Oh, next phase is happening, I think. Oh, we lost a sinner to a rock. Not like we just melt him down for blood anyway, but... So the map's continuing to change. It's actually cutting up this way here as well. The floodwaters are rising. Build a catapult. Feed Namazu before time runs out. Okay, the catapult is constructed and sinners automatically load into here. So there's 100 right now. Let's launch. Let's feed sinners to the catfish. This is a city building game. Oh, this hell bird's just gonna watch the show, huh? There's our... Oh, they just line up. Yeah. You're all going in the fish, okay? Here they go. Good aim. All right, we fed the fish one time. We're gonna have to feed it a lot more than that. And just try and keep launching and see how far we get. I'm not confident about hitting the target in time, but we're gonna try our best. Okay, it's the last stretch. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna turn off all of my industries as much as possible. And yep, we're just gonna, yep, let's free you up as well. Yep. And just launch what we can into the fish. I think that's the best I can do. I basically filled up the bar, but not the stomach. I essentially gave the giant catfish monster a snack. I mean, I did cross 1,200. I'm probably basically halfway to where we needed to be, right? Like, I see people like walking around, but the earthquakes, they just keep taking things out. Like, it takes time to load these up. 1,400. Yeah, I got to halfway up the bar. You're gonna have to try and do it yourself. So make sure you try the prologue. Click the link down below. It's an interesting game, and you might want to check out their Kickstarter, remember? So just check all that, link down below, and see what you think of the game. But I didn't quite get it. I needed to play faster earlier on in the mission. And not waste so much time. Like, I probably could have done the choking more as well. I only choked the fish one time. It just broke the collar. And it dumped it on my palace, and now everything's flooding. Hell has flooded over. Hey, they're crying. That's just a resource. Let's use it. We'll use their cries to rebuild. Oh, and now the catfish has free reign. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Now, after we failed to defeat Namazu on that first mission, I decided to move on and learn from my mistakes. Going into mission 2 was seemingly more challenging, and I wanted to get it right this time. So I put in a lot of practice into understanding all of the mechanics and making sure everything is functioning how I think it's supposed to function, and then dove headfirst into the second, more lava-filled mission. This time I'm going to try my best and go a little bit faster to really get Rangda under control, and I have some hope that maybe we can actually win this time, but let's see how it goes. Anyway, here we are at the start of the mission, and I want to build the bloody pumps as close as possible. So hauling time, 56 seconds here, but you can see it gets slower as you go out. So I want to definitely start by putting a couple bloody pumps there. So let us now get housing down. The problem with building housing is it takes sinners to build houses. So it's you have to make sure you preemptively build some of these. But you can always free up labor by, for example, taking a look at an existing thing, and you can reduce the workforce in that structure. On this particular mission, there's a way to calm the souls. You just have to sing to them. See these really unhappy red souls? Don't worry, we can recruit the beautiful siren. And if you've ever seen horror depictions of scary creatures in Asia, they tend to look something like this. Beautiful voice. Just chill out the souls. So on this mission, we're trying to quell or stop Rangda, who's like raging, stewing in the caldera down there. This may be the way to do it. Look at this absolute Chad of a statue. Ah, some magical water to flood Rangda. That makes sense. But Rangda's upset and set my buildings on fire, which prevents them from doing things until the fire passes. Oh, look, Purgatoria has upgraded. We've got a ghost skeleton hanging onto it now. It's now converting souls faster to more quickly fill up our sinner population there. And also on this thing here, I'm just going to shift over like 56 people. This is a structure that is important to the mission, and it needs to be built. And I'm just getting a bit of a head start on it before the game actually tells me to do it. I'm just going to cast Sloth, because why not? So what are we? We've got plenty of these. You go on that. So I don't mind managing these, but what we could do is what was proposed earlier. If I go to Resource and Cauldron, if I build 4 more of these. Okay, so now these are all using 50 employees each. I say employees, they're laborers. I'm going to reduce them all to like 10 each. Because we don't need to be producing everything at maximum speed at this point. All right, we're finally hitting the final boss level here, the boss stage. I built a few more tombs just so we get up to 3,000 population. I'm gonna build one more just to make sure we stabilize at 3,000. And here we go, going into the final phase. Rangda, getting really upset at us, starts setting everything on fire. So we're gonna have to drown this caldera. We're just gonna fill it. Our big statue. Our Chad statue got destroyed. But just for context, I have been absolutely dominating this run. So I'm like way ahead of everything. So what we have to do in this phase here is keep our sinners alive. So I'm going to cast Sloth. And you can see that this is now going to start destroying the dam to flood the caldera. Sinner's health increased, stalk attack frequency increased. Sinner's health increased. Because right now, we have completely wiped out all the enemies. I also preemptively built defensive structures. Upgrade this house, because I want to stabilize at 3,000 population. Because why not? I have 1,500 available laborers. None of our sinners are dying because I immediately casted Sloth. So I just wanted to show that you can absolutely dominate this mission. But if you play this mission for the first time blind, you might actually lose quite easily. And now let's drown Rangda. Here's all our sinners. It's a very weird angle to place a pickaxe to break a wall. But we do bonker. They look like they're having fun. Yeah, it's just a joy pulling giant metal chains. Now that it seems like we're mastering the game, I wanted to continue on to mission 3, and this seemed to be a pretty straightforward, easy mission. We start with a ton of resources and can just build up quickly, but then things started to fall apart, and this game can throw some curveballs at you. But I'm determined to complete mission number 3. It is Central Mexico, the sick god, and forgive any of my pronunciation mistakes here, but Axolotl, I think? But it is about the Aztec pestilence, and that means we're going to be dealing with a lot of poison clouds and sickness and disease, as these missions tend to be somewhat loosely based on the deadly sins. Okay, this is the new mission, and this one is all about Axolotl and plague and pestilence. Now, this mission is actually very different from the other ones. Note our starting resources. I just paused the game because look at all these starting resources we've got. We can set things up very, very quickly, and that's what I'm going to do, because one interesting thing about these missions is that each one is about a different thing and they play very differently from each other. So things don't always work the same. In the previous missions, we would be struggling with our starting resources. And this one, we start with a ton of resources, but then things might happen later on. All sinners are more resistant to pestilence smog. Yes, we're gonna do that because the main objective here, you see in the bottom left, is that we are trying to not lose our sinners. 12,500 is the limit. Now, starting up, there's a number of things we can get going. For example, there's faster conversion rate. Sinners have increased health. We can begin researching straight towards that. Let's unlock that first. We also want to select a pandemic because I want to get sloth. I'm gonna start researching that because this, when sloth is activated, sinners don't die. So I definitely want to get that going. Now, let's get housing going. Okay, that's the maximum number of housing I can do right now with these bloody pumps coming down as well. So let's get all of those constructed first. There's the Titan that's causing all our problems. So let's go straight for 6 cauldrons. Nice and organized here. I don't know if I've gone a little overboard here, but look how much resources we have. Like, if I can just stock up on everything, then you can really dominate these missions. If you go into these missions fully blind, you can quite easily lose, just as a heads up, and it's kind of the point. So we need to construct gold mines and a forge. These are mission structures. I can place the forge there. Gold mines cost embers. Okay, so we really need embers and bones. Upgrading this does cost embers. Do we need more blood? Our current tomb capacity is 1,300. Upgrading tombs cost embers and rust, so I really need embers. So I should build at least one more gold mine. Is this producing gold? Yes, so see, we're now producing gold. We've actually produced 128. Okay, so prolonged exposure to the poisonous breath causes organic buildings to become poisoned and they stop working. The pestilent smog has drained the life from most of your organic buildings. The dreadful tree has withered. Some of the bloody pumps no longer flow. Even the pit has become vulnerable. However, there is a silver lining. A technique known as cleanse is beginning to emerge. Endure this stage and you will gain the ability to cleanse. Okay. All right, we managed to deliver all the gold. So we actually hit the 6,000 gold target. This is going to continue producing gold, which I assume will play a part later on. We're almost at this next story beat here. So I managed to just weather this. We're completely out of blood. Everything's shut down. I did cast Sloth there because I did have enough of the mercury to cast that. We're losing more sinners here. This is currently refilling, but we're about to hit the story beat. Let's cast this again. Let's keep as alive as possible. You see, casting that freezes the deaths of our sinners. And at this time here, we should be able to now cleanse these buildings, is my understanding. You have learned Cleanse, but the worst is not over. Cleanse uses acid to scrub away the pestilence smog, restoring structures back to a working state, but it's not a cure. After a short period of immunity, the same structure may fall to the poison state once again. Have you ever considered fighting titans with titans? Evidently, titans are the ultimate weapon. Produce the resources required and command Rangda and Namazu to assist in neutralizing Axolotl. We actually managed to summon Rangda. Gonna clean that bloody pump. Okay. I'm pretty sure this is the final chapter. So we just have to... We did it! We summoned Rangda! Rangda's a scary god. Or rather it said they're not gods. Quite importantly. So there's all the gold we gave to Axolotl. Just... It's just gonna smog it up, I think. Smog it up. So, Rangda is one of the previous titans that we defeated. So I assume we've tamed Rangda. Or rather, maybe just are controlling her now. Rangda is so Southeast Asian. I don't even know how to explain how Southeast Asian Rangda is. So I'm salvaging these structures because I can still build 6 more breweries as they all get wrecked. But the total resource structure can be reduced by salvaging the non-organic, not dead stuff. I think the pestilence is really wrecking... I mean, we've got 6,600 blood saved up. The lesson of this mission is, just because you have a ton of resources doesn't mean that it's just gonna be an easy time. And I think we got it. That's 84. That's 100. We did it. Did I actually win? I was thinking I was 100% gonna lose there. This countdown there is that's just showing that I think that's the victory bar. And here we go. I think the victory cinematic. We actually managed to do it. Oh, I can't believe I actually won. That was a hard mission. And there were some things that did feel a little unfair, but here's Namazu, which is the Flood Titan. Just dumping water and fire into the gold. It is a very Smog situation, isn't it? Smog survived, though. A crown for a king. And there you go, that was a showcase of the first 3 missions in the Hell City Builder of the Dead. Do check out the game yourself. You can click the link down below to buy the game, and it's going through early access on Steam, and it truly is a city builder like no other. Nothing else is like this one, and it's a new take, and it's nice to see new things once in a while. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much to Metro Police for sponsoring us today. And remember, click the link down below and check out the game.